Thanks for watching our video, guys. We wanted to...
Video like 40 minutes?
Yeah, around there. We wanted to do a video to show our restoration of a dirt bike. So we got a 100R XR. Actually, it's an XR100R. And it's, I think, a 1997. And my two boys are helping me. What's this boy's name?
Caleb. My name's Caleb.
That's Caleb, and he helped a lot, and his brother's Marshall, but he's just brushing his teeth. He'll be back over. And as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape when we first got it. Now, the secret to doing a good restoration of a bike and saving lots of money and saving lots of work is find a bike that looks really, really ugly, but actually runs. Because especially if you get Japanese, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, or Suzuki, they really hold their value. So it doesn't matter how old the bike is, as long as it runs, it's going to hold the value. So as you can see, a lot of paint, a lot of really bad plastics. So when we first got it, we knew we were going to have to put in a lot of time. And so this is day one. We just start stripping, right? What are we doing here, buddy?
We're like taking away the bad plastics.
Yeah. Just strip the plastics off and start getting a pile here. And then what are we doing here? Is that Marshall?
Yeah.
What is that stuff that he's doing there? Oh, that was you. What are you spraying there? That's a degreaser, right?
Yeah.
Purple degreaser. So, what are we doing?
They're like degreasing the whole thing so it's not as like dirty with all the grease on the bike.
Yeah. We're getting all the nooks and crannies, and as you can see, it's all bubbling now. So you're supposed to let it sit. First, you're supposed to just water the bike just so it gets a little bit of moisture on it, and then you do the degreaser. You let it sit for like what, 10 minutes? Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started to rinse all the degreaser. So that's to kind of get it so that we can start getting paint, because the main thing that needed was paint. And then we're going to take these ugly fork covers off because they're real ugly. So we just cut them right off. And I think it looked about 100 times better. And what's this guy's name?
What?
What's this guy's name? What's your name?
Marshall.
And he's my other good helper. We're doing the bike. So we took the fork guards off, and I don't know, I think it looked about 100 times better. And then I think Marshall, were you doing stripping the paint off?
Yeah, it was.
So what are we doing here? How hard was this part?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah, it was pretty hard because that was like 4 coats of really, really bad paint. So the goal here was to try to keep as many original parts as possible, right, guys?
yeah.
So we wanted to try to save as much money. Do you remember how much we paid for the bike?
Like 600?
Yeah, $650 Canadian. And we knew that we could get good value out of it because it was pretty much just aesthetics. It ran really, really well. Like first kick, middle of winter, first kick it started, so you know you got a good bike. Everything else we can just clean up. And then what are we doing here?
We're taking off the old nasty staples off of that. Off of the seat with like a throwing knife.
Yeah, it's like a throwing knife just to get in there. And then after we use the knife to loosen them, what do we use?
We use pliers to rip them out.
Yeah. Try to keep them all in a nice pile though too, right guys? We don't want them to go flying all over the place.
They're right there.
Yeah, we got a pile there. And then while you were doing that, I think, Marcia, you were doing the sanding?
Yeah.
And then you came over to help.
Yeah.
So Marshall comes over to help. And we're trying to get the great reveal here. So we don't want to cut the foam though, right? Because we're going to try and reuse the foam. We want to see if the foam's in good condition because we're trying to save as much as possible. Now, as you can see, a little bit of water damage around the outside. But all in all, I think it's in pretty good shape so far. What do you think? Pretty good shape?
Yeah, pretty good shape. Yeah, a little bit of water damage, but we don't have to replace it.
No, I'd say it looks good. It's just mainly for the shape of it, right? We want the shape to maintain.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rip that off, and the great reveal, man. Let's see. You can see Daddy's muddy pants in the background. It must have been spring. This is like early spring, right? The weather started to be nice, and there you go. Look at that. So that was actually pretty tough. But look, now the bike's all stripped down. And what are we gonna do next?
We're gonna start painting.
I think we're gonna start painting.
Frame.
Yeah.
Covering the cardboard.
Yeah, we're gonna use cardboard, and we're gonna cover all the pieces that we don't want to paint. Because this is when we're gonna start doing the frame, right, guys?
Yeah.
So, and Daddy was just testing. So what I did was I did some etching. I did a coat of primer, and then the final coat just to see what it would look like. And it's always smart to do it in a spot that you're not gonna be able to see. So this was a fun part. What are we doing here?
Using a gas-powered pressure washer to wash away all the the stained dirt on the plastics.
That's a lot of the paint, I think, from what Marshall did, right? Because Marshall, you did all the...
Yeah.
So,
sanded down.
Yeah, you sanded it down, and this is just kind of like the little bits of remaining paint, eh?
Yeah.
Was this the fun part, you think?
Yeah. Probably one of the best parts.
I don't think so,
Because I was getting sprayed.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel my feet because I was getting sprayed really fast.
And was someone gardening in the background? What were they doing over there? Were they looking for bugs or something?
I don't know.
It must be just some kid with a
Crayon in his head doing random stuff.
Okay, you guys wanted to take turns on this though, eh? This was a fun part. It went through a lot of fuel though, eh? I didn't realize that thing. It really goes through a lot of fuel, but it looks good after we get this all done. And you would not have known when we first got the bike that all the plastics were actually white. That's pretty crazy, eh? I think this is Marshall now. That's pretty good, man. That's crazy how it comes out so good. A lot of work though, just on the paint part. I don't know if we really want to redo the paint again. Maybe we'll just buy the plastics next time.
Yeah,
but they're so expensive though, man. Like the plastics.
the original ones.
Yeah, well, the original ones are almost impossible to find. You got to find like aftermarket ones, and they're probably like $100. So we saved $100. We put a little bit of labor into it, but so we'll get her nice and clean. You can see it's a little bit of yellowing. That's maybe why they actually painted it in the first place, because it started going a little bit yellow maybe. A little bit too much force there, just blowing the other one away. Now, why don't we don't really care too much about the top there, right? Because I think that's going to be covered, right, with the bolts.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're doing this. I think we're almost ready. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think we're ready. Here we go. There's Daddy. Daddy always gets the fun part, right? I always get the spray
You're
part.
supposed to wear a mask because these are toxic chemicals.
No, I just didn't breathe. I held my breath for like...
Oh, you're gonna suffocate.
I like the mask that you guys were wearing though. So there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Now you guys were kind of getting some of the fumes, right? Remember?
Yeah. Did not smell nice.
No. I think that's a pretty good job. I even put a piece of tape. Look at that. Okay, there you go. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Who's that wearing the mask?
Yeah, that's him.
There we go. We're going to get the bottom of the seat now. You can see Daddy's test surface, right?
Yeah.
Now we don't need to do as many coats of paint to the back. Just a simple coat, right? We want to focus on the outside of the plastics. But now here's the great reveal here. What are we doing now?
Peeling off all the tape to seal the parts that we didn't put in the spray paint.
Yeah. This part took quite a while though.
Yeah.
At the start it was fun.
It was really satisfying at the start.
Rip, you have to rip. Oh, I found another piece.
You found this other piece. I need to find it.
We found a lot of little nooks and crannies that we forgot about. Actually, I think we were still taking some tape off about a week after.
Yeah.
We were finding just rando tape. We went a little crazy with the tape, but as you can see, we put some plastic there too, right? See that? A piece of like plastic wrap in, what's that right there?
Like in
The engine,
Well, what does that do there? That
that
part.
sucks up all the air.
Yeah, that's the air intake. Right
So
there,
you don't want
as you can see.
all the fumes or water going.
We don't
in there.
want water. We don't want anything up in there because then that will inevitably get inside the engine. Now, we didn't show it, but we also painted the exhaust. Do you remember what special paint that we used for the exhaust?
It was heat resistant. It was like barbecue paint or something.
Yeah, heat-resistant barbecue paint.
Yeah,
So, and why is that, guys?
because it gets really hot.
Yeah. Have you ever touched your leg on the exhaust on the dirt bike?
And it hurt like that.
Actually, when I was driving it earlier, like a few months ago, I burned my leg really bad. It hurt a lot.
Yeah. That's why it's good to wear riding boots and riding pants just in case, right? But this is a pretty long sequence because this took a long time. Daddy even got him a knife. And I said, be careful with the knife. Don't be cutting yourself. But like, look at how bad that looks, eh? It's like already starting to look really good.
Didn't you just say how bad it looks?
Yeah, bad as good. Bad as in good. It's a good bad.
I don't think that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It's
Go
bad.
back to grammar school.
Okay, so, well, here we go. Okay, what are you doing now here? Yeah. Oh no, that's Marshall there. Marshall, what are we doing?
Unscrewing the exhaust.
Yeah, there's the exhaust guard. So why do you think we put that on there? To protect from the heat, maybe?
Yeah.
So it's not as hot if you touch your leg on it? No, we don't want to go too tight because it can over tighten. Just want to make sure it's not wiggling. It's still wiggling a little bit. We want to go a little tighter, right? Oh yeah, and we got a whole bolt set too, Japanese bolts. Bolt set, so we have all brand new bolts. Now, I think this is KLM. What are we doing here, KLM?
We're unscrewing the connector to the carburetor so we can clean it out.
Yep, we're gonna clean the carb.
And you'll see up here it's very nasty inside.
It's pretty nasty, I'd say. So this is the old carb. We got a carb kit on Amazon, and it actually was not the best. The seals are very important, and they just did not line up. So they were letting some air and fuel leaking, so it was not good. But that's the original carb, and you got to think 1997. How many years old is that carb?
Like 30 or something.
30, very close. This is what, 2026. So
Well, now it is. Back then it wasn't.
yeah, that was last summer, so 2025. So it's like about 28 years, right? 28-year-old carburetor, but when you got Japanese stuff, you know it's good. So this is an etching. What it does is it prepares the plastic surface for the paint. So what are we doing here?
Unscrewing the carb to see what mess is inside there.
Yeah, see what we're up against here.
And to clean it properly.
You know, take all the jets out, take the float bowl out. So as you can see, we've got those two main, we call them the bowl screws because it's on the bowl where the float is. So actually it looks like there's 3 screws. So there you go. Wow. Okay. Now, I'd say that is pretty nasty looking. Not, well, the float still works, so you can see the float's going down. So, you know, we get a little Allen key, and what are we going to do with the Allen key there?
We're gonna unscrew the float, and that's the Amazon kit that we got.
Yeah, we don't think we have to unscrew it. It's just a pin. You just push the pin through, right?
Oh yeah.
Just do that. Push it through. The pin comes through, and that's the only thing that seats the float bowl. Now, do you remember what the float bowl does?
It tells when there's too much gas.
When there's too much fuel, it goes up and it puts the needle through so that fuel no longer goes through to the engine. You don't want, if you got too much fuel, you're gonna, oh look at that, that's nasty. If you get too much fuel, you're going to flood the engine and then you won't be able to start it up. So you don't want too much fuel. Now that is pretty gross. Good thing we got carb cleaner. So carb cleaner goes in the inside, and then we got the old Dremel for the outside.
It hurt when we were doing the Dremel because it felt like small little iron shards were slapping you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. We should be wearing glasses. I think Daddy's wearing glasses. I don't know if I got you to wear glasses. Maybe next
No, I was recording. Yeah. And Marshall was like off in the background doing something. I think I was still taking out the tape.
Yeah, probably. There was a lot of tape. We did a lot of tape on there, so here's the paint. I think Caleb's doing this one. I forgot. Yeah, there's Caleb. Yep.
I'm spraying it with black paint.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the chain guard. That's right. Yeah, it's the chain guard. And painting is not as easy as it looks because you got to do little thin coats, right? I was still trying to get rid of some of that old purple paint. It was so ugly. So trying to make it pretty. And I think right at the end here, I think Kaylin gets a piece of metal right in the arm or something. Where did it get you?
It got me like on my forearm. And it stung like heck.
Safety first.
While I was holding the camera, it hit me.
Oh, there. That's where he got hit. Ow.
Yeah, that's why I turned the camera. That's when I got hit.
So as you can see, all the nasties are coming out of there. Get all those nasties off of it. And then, do we start spraying it? Yeah, we take out all the jets. Oh,
I did this though.
Was this fun or what?
Yeah, it was like I'm a person mining for gold. I meant not gold, oil. Like those oil barons. This is like I found gold. I found oil.
So it was fun doing the ratchet.
I wouldn't say it's fun to work, but it's money. This caught me off guard. I thought it was gonna go way earlier, but as soon as I thought it would go off. As soon as I stopped, I believe I stopped, and then I just used my hand. As soon as I stopped, I thought it would go coming out, but it kept going. It was tightly stuck on there. Yeah, look. This is what caught me off guard. I'm just like, oh, and there it goes.
Now, does that oil look good or does it look bad?
It looks like it's been in there for like 35 years.
Marcia, you've done an oil change too before, remember?
Mm.
You did one on the ATV?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And then what do we do? Did we put the plug back in, bud?
Yeah. And we're gonna add the right amount of oil into the engine so it works well.
So, what's the secret that we learned? Left and right. What did we do? What did we say?
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
So right now we're tightening it, so we're going righty. But it's righty when you're looking at it straight on. It's kind of weird. It's opposite because you're looking down on it sometimes. So make sure you don't cross thread. Very important. You don't want to over tighten. And here's a very expensive funnel that we bought off Amazon. What was that funnel? It was like $50. Was that funnel?
Yeah, it was like very, very expensive. I remember it was like $50,000.
Yep.
I don't know why they can get that expensive. It was more like 50 cents because I believe we got that from a very expensive diamond box.
Rich? No.
Oh, it came from our Lambo. It came from
a Lamborghini. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'd say that was pretty much perfect there. You don't want to overfill the oil. It will damage the engine. Now, Di's just checking out the air filter. I wonder how the air filter is going to look.
Crappy also, I bet.
Yeah, very bad shape. Now, I do have a video of us replacing this, but I don't know where it went. But right now, I'm just trying to get all the junk out of it. When I touched that, when I removed that filter, it actually just crumbled into pieces. So this is an etching we're gonna do right now. So now, as you can see, those look really good. I don't know how we got those plastics so good. That was a lot of work, eh? So this is some etching, and what that does is it just provides a good surface for the actual paint. So I think I did 1 coat of etching.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, obviously I'm not a professional at the painting, but I did learn a lot. This is the first time I've ever repainted plastics for a dirt bike, so I did learn a lot too about the painting, but I think you guys learned a lot too about the bike, eh? Yeah, and then the best part is driving it, right? So that's 1 coat of etching that we did. It was recommended. I watched another video and it was recommended, and obviously if I did this again I would hang them up. And then there's our primer. I was worried because our primer looked really orange. Remember you first saw the primer?
Yeah, it did look very orange.
But that's why we do the test on the back.
Yeah, but after the primer and you added the paint, it looked good.
It did, yeah. Like a nice cherry. So it's all nice and dry now from the etching. It only takes like 5-10 minutes in normal temperature. Now I kind of screwed up primer a little bit, but since it's just primer, it's pretty forgiving. So I think I put a little too much on a first coat. First coat should be nice and thin, and I was holding the paint can a little bit too close, so it got really clumpy in certain areas. But like I said, I learned a lot of lessons here about the painting. I thought it'd be a little easier than it was. It's actually more difficult than I thought. But yeah, so maybe next time you guys can paint.
Yeah.
Because I did the painting for this one. So we got all the primer, and I started to get better as we went. I think just the first coat should always be nice and thin. Just a nice thin coat. You don't really need to go overboard. And like I said, obviously holding it a little too close. So that was after 3 coats of primer. Kind of looked a bit weird.
Yeah, it looked like paint.
Yeah.
Looked like when you had a bad day.
Yeah.
And
So, oh, what are we doing now?
yeah, we're gonna be restapling the fabric.
Nope.
Well, new fabric.
And I believe we're also
Brand new.
gonna use like some Gorilla Glue spray-on stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I tried a few different times. It just, that staple gun was just not getting into the plastics. The plastics are actually very, very thick there. So we ended up just saying, whatever. So we bought some Gorilla Glue.
Yep.
I think it's going to help. So there we go. A little bit of Gorilla Glue.
Spray and then just put it on.
Yep.
And hope it looks good.
Yep. This is about what? Our finger crossing time right here. Let's cross our fingers, make sure it's going to look good.
Yeah.
I like the top. It looked pretty good. And then,
What the
yeah. No, you don't think so? It doesn't look good yet?
It
Okay.
doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. So I'm trying to pin it in place again. It's just, it was a real struggle, man. So I'm really just trying to pin it in place just to hold it so that the glue can adhere to it. Just really was not cooperating with me at all. You can buy kits for this, for the seats. You can buy already created seat covers, but they're like $100. So I think this material cost us, what was it, like $15 or something?
Yeah, way cheaper. We went to the fabric store. Way cheaper than $100.
Yeah. So it was like $15 or something.
Stapler we borrowed from the neighbor, so that was free.
Yep, stapler from the neighbor, but we did use stainless steel staples because it's going to be outdoors. We don't want them to corrode or erode or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So starting to take shape, and there we did. That's 3 coats of final red. That's Honda Cherry Red, because this is actually the color that they use on the new bikes. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of scrapes and crap on the tank, but a new tank was like another $100, so it was like, no, we're gonna use whatever we got. And then here we go. This is the protective clear coat. So another 3 coats of the clear coat. So I kind of put a little too much on the one edge there, but like I said, I learned a lot with this project. This is the first project that we painted on a bike, and I think we had a lot of fun. So all in all, 1 coat of etching, 3 coats of primer, 3 coats of Honda Cherry Red and then 3 coats of clear coat. And I'm just hoping that's going to stand up for a little while. Obviously, when you're taking it through the forest, it's probably going to scratch it up. But you know what? You can get a touch-up pen and touch up the areas that get scratched off.
Or attaching the gas can so it can actually function. With like the new Japanese bolt set, this is attaching all the plastics.
Yeah.
What he said. That's what she said.
Now, one thing too is I put we were only getting fuel when it was on the reserve. So what I did was I got a new petcock, and then that way we could get fuel when fuel was up higher. So it probably was clogged in there somewhere. So new air filter, new petcock for the gas valve. What else did we get new? We left the original spark plug because it was functioning properly.
Yep.
We ended up taking those guards off, the hand guards. We still have them, but we took them off. We got a new clutch lever. I think we got a new fuel line eventually. And then we tried messing around with the float bowl and the carb too many times, and I just ended up buying a brand new carb off of Amazon. Made sure it was made in Japan, and I think it was like $35, and it ran perfect. So, you know, as long as it's gonna run, it's good for me. So what's next here? Oh yeah, we got the bolt here. Was Caleb doing these bolts?
Yeah.
So yeah, see, there's that Japanese bolt set. I highly recommend. It's not very much. I think it was like $30 or $40 or something like that, but it's come in handy. We've used that bolt set a lot, specifically for Japanese bikes. I think we've even used them on our ATVs too.
Yeah, we have.
The ATVs that we have are 110 Taos. Tao. I think they've held up pretty good. We burnt the starter on the one. Marshall, you helped put the starter on.
Yeah.
But all in all, they're good ATVs. We also just did oil changes. What else? Anything else? Oh yeah, carb. We put a carb on Caleb's because it's like they're 4 years old and you can't even take those Tao carbs apart. You have to just buy a brand new one, which is very cheap, $25-$35, something like that Canadian. So we got to get the bolt on. Now always remember, don't over tighten, just so that nothing's wiggling. You don't want to crack because that's just a plastic piece in there. And then the other side. And it's already starting to look good now. I like the chrome and the red and the black. I think it looks really good together.
Yeah.
And as you can see, you're getting a lot better with the ratchet already.
Yeah, I was getting a lot better with the ratchet.
We're using a adjustable wrench. Some people call it a monkey wrench. You guys are monkeys, so maybe that is a better word for it.
Apes, technically.
You guys are apes. The bike's starting to look good.
Yeah.
This is actually Caleb.
Oh, I thought it was Marshall.
Oh. Let's see. Okay. Man, I miss summer, eh? In the middle of winter right now.
2026 winter. Crazy. At least school's more than halfway done. That's a bright side. And this time Marshall finally got his motor license.
Yeah, you already had your license too.
We're just like, if the cops pull us over, then we're gonna be like, oh, this is Mrs. Caleb. Which I am Caleb, but it's secretly Marshall. We will get out of trouble.
That's in the background.
Yeah, I like our habanero. I'm still attaching the plastics. This took pretty long, but that's our sister in the background.
Yep, there's the seat now. It's all coming together. You can see a little bit of a wavy in the seat, but I think it turned out pretty good. The seat was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Righty tighty. There, side plastics. There's a little rivet you got to get in first. It tucks up underneath the seat. Push in the rivet, and then you can put in the holes. There you got it, and then we're going to put the screw in. Now, after you paint it, sometimes there's a little bit of crap inside there, eh? So
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you get it through. We use like a little wrench or something to get in there, like a needle nose, I think, just get some of the plastic out of there.
Yeah, and then try it out. It's very easy.
Now, we don't want to over
Twist it and break the plastic.
Yeah.
Because that makes it lose money.
Yeah, we did all that hard work on the plastic. We don't want to break it.
And it'll cost us like an extra $300 per pair.
And that'll be all our profit. Go up to that side. There you go. Perfect. Check to see. Nice and tight. One more piece.
Are these pictures?
No.
It's so low. Okay, now this is time lapse, I believe.
Just fast forward. There you go. Get it started. Man, I love summer. You think you guys are going to be tall enough to touch on the 80 this year?
Yeah.
Maybe we can make a video of us learning on the 80.
I already have like post-trauma of whiskey throttling it.
PTSD whiskey throttle. You know, was that funny?
It looked like I was riding a bull with one hand.
Oh. Marshall's killing all the dandelions.
And then he was killing bugs, I believe.
Oh yeah, here we go. What do we say?
Trying to make it run.
That's it. I know, right?
It has no noise, but it's running well.
That's it, guys.
Yep.
And then since we did so good, what did Daddy do? We added stickers, but there's another surprise at the end here. We'll show a little sneak preview, maybe.
Oh yeah, I know.
What's this, Marshall?
What do you mean by that?
What?
Oh.
Got 2 more.
Yeah, we got 2 more.
So
Dirt
since we
bikes.
did so good on the 100, what do we get?
2 more.
2 more, and then
So
we got another.
that's the 80. And then,
The XR80 also.
yep, and then the other one's a XR100R. So that's why we're saying hopefully we can touch on the 80. Let's actually go see. Let's go see how tall we are,
Yeah, we'll sit there.
and then we can check again in 2 more months and see if we're getting any higher. So that's it. So we spent about 900 on it, but I think it turned out really well. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Was it fun?
yeah,
You had
very fun.
Cool. Thanks for watching.